This is Friday afternoon, August 14th. This is my full screen. This chart is showing late moontide trade turning down right there. This is research chart. Moontides on the 6th harmonic. Earlier in the day, looking at the heliocentric ephemeris, I noted 3 pentagons. Pentagons are top indicators or shape changers because you cannot tile a plane with pentagons. You have to turn it into a soccer ball. So big turns, I find, always come with pentagons. Possibility of a big turn here. This is an ephemeris setup showing the pentagons. This forecast here is moontides on the 5th harmonic, following some research of one of my master's clients. So this was turned down a little late for the 6th, a little early for the 5th. So between the two would be the 5.5, which is 11 halves. That ratio comes out of the fractal of pi. So I did take a break, go do some yard work, come back, and I did sell this. $33.67.75. This is MES contract, E micro. So I'm now just going to let it run to the close. On the ephemeris, 72T is the 72nd harmonic of the moon. And this drop right here started as it crossed X, which is the location of the rotating exchange. Moon is up here at natal node. So what I'm watching is when X comes down here, which will be between now, here's the close down here, 1615, but we passed natal Mars too, the rotating exchange. So this looks like trade with some possibilities. Time-wise, there's an hour until the close. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this recording just to compress things, and I'll restart it and make a comment about every 5 or 10 minutes. This is a plasma chart. So you see it's starting to drop pretty good here. Okay, I'm resuming the recording. This is the secret page off of daytradingforecast.com, and what you see here are these vertical lines. These are high energy lines. This one this morning said top, bounced back down. So here we've had the magenta vibration level. Here it was support. There it was resistance. Now, this is a 220 and a 50 minute exponential averages. So there's just been a little crossover right there. This is a NAT ES360. This is energy forecast. It has a strange little blip down here at the end of the day. This is much of the normal session. Once we pass those vertical lines, there's one vertical line, two vertical lines. So now these are cycle following cycles. The green cycle turned down, the yellow is yet to turn down. It's been a very choppy week. So, back to the simple page. This page is very similar to the third chart on the SPKISS page. So the move is turned the moving averages down sharply. This was a pivot point. The support one at 33.57 is a reasonable target. It may go further than that depending upon what kind of volume it gets. So it's now entering the last hour, 3 o'clock Eastern. So I'm going to turn it off for about, recording off for about 10 minutes and then come back. Okay, I'm now continuing the recording. It's 10 after 3 in New York. And you see that we're continuing down here. I'm going to stop it at 12 after the hour, let it run about another 5 minutes, then I'll record some more. Okay, it's now 15 past the hour, 38 seconds. Nice move continuing. Here is X rotating exchange coming up to the harmonic point. Then it's going to hit natal Mars. The 72nd harmonic is down. Okay, resuming the recording at 20 after the hour. Decline continues. (72T) is coming to natal Saturn. It'll come around and oppose Uranus here. That'll be a high energy point. So that will be roughly around here. That'll be later tonight, actually. Well, 72T will catch up. X will take a while. Any rate, this is a nice decline. Not totally predictable, but within the limits of the science. There's the sixth. There's the fifth harmonic, 5.5 harmonic. It comes out of the fractal of pi. It's actually the ratio of 11 to 2. So holding fast on a short. Pausing for a bit. Okay, it's now 25 past the hour. Decline continues nicely. The rotating exchange here is hitting the corner of this pentagon. The Uranus, Earth, and the tail of, actually a square of the moon 72nd, which happens to be hitting this other pentagon. So pentagons all over the place. Now, as the exchange comes along here, it's going to hit natal Mars, which opposes natal Moon. So that particular point should be particularly high energy. So stopping it, the recording for a bit. Okay, resuming the recording. We just passed 30 minutes after the hour. Got a little bit of a bounce right in here. the bounce is pretty much limited by the 20-minute exponential moving average. So these exponential moving averages are diverging nicely. So this continues to look like a hold until close pattern. So we now have basically a triple bottom, which is producing a little bit of buying here. That may or may not hold. We'll hide and watch. Pick up the recording in a bit. Okay, resuming recording, 35 past the hour. Downward push has stopped a little bit. But looks like it's going to continue. The exchange is coming to natal Mars. And 72nd harmonic is forming a square here with Jupiter, Pluto. So looks to me like we continue down pausing recording. Resuming recording. Prices have pushed down to the S1 support level. This is the rotating exchange passing natal Mars. So 21 minutes until the close. Okay, it's now 40 minutes after the close. I just moved my stop down to 65 to ensure that I have a win. Looks like a lot of pressure on S1 here. So if that breaks, a sharp drop to S2 is possible. So I've locked in a profit looking at the ephemeris. These harmonics are working. When this 72T comes down to this point, it'll add energy. So I'll come back in a few minutes and resume the recording. Okay, it's now 45 after the hour. Got a little bit of bounce right here. End of day covering. Now this is where I like to trade multiple contracts. I just covered one for a nice profit there. But I'm letting a couple run, see where this goes. Okay, it's now 50 after the hour. And as I suspected, that little bounce, well, still could be some covering in here. Hold it up to the close. Okay, that does look like it for the day. Nice little day trade there. Not a lot of points, 7 points, but it's been very dull day. So 0 and 7 is better than just 0. So I'm going to stop the recording here. I will come back and make a recording, or resume the recording after right around 4:15, the futures close, and that'll catch the next 22 minutes. Okay, it's now 3:58. Day trade is smart to cover here. Looking at this research chart, this is a bounce still on the 6th harmonic, and the 5th is still has some down here, so tangled in with the closing action. One could argue you could hold over the weekend. I don't usually do that. So it does look like this little trade was a pretty good one to make, but there's probably some downside here, maybe coming in the settlement period. But just a little recording of, well, wait, I'm just going to let this recording run a little bit more. Just for research purposes, I want to see what happens on this 6th harmonic moontide. Okay, we poked through it. So it is just end of day covering. We have now passed exactly 4 o'clock. We're on Eastern time, or daylight time, so the sun is at 1 o'clock right here. So 4 o'clock is on the 8th harmonic of the rotating Earth. And lo and behold, got an energy spike right there. So that little rally did pop up to the 440. Here's the 220. Here's the 110. Squeezed right into the close here. So longer term, this is not a healthy pattern. There's the high of the week. Actually, that was a test of the high of the week. Lower high, low yesterday, slightly lower low, closing week. So longer term, with this kind of a helio pattern, all these pentagons. Pentagons are shape changers. So today may have changed the shape of the market. In other words, we might start seeing some steady decline after today. So that's the recording. Hope you enjoyed it. Dr. L out.